Hey man, how's it going? Welcome to Out of Time Theories, the channel I put my theories onto because I ran out of time to make the video good, but I need to put this out there so I can rub it into people's faces later when I get proven right. This one, it's been bothering me for years now. Also because I submitted this and one other theory to Spooky Dude's 100 Theories video, and I don't want anyone to accuse me of stealing my own ideas, so I need to get this out fast. Did you know? The song Big Shot during the Spamton Neo fight doesn't have a single motif from Mettaton. Sure, it has that bit from the Power of Neo, but that isn't a Mettaton motif. That's Undyne's true hero motif, which might just be a general hero motif rather than one attributed to just one character. Additionally, having an ultimate defensive power isn't very interesting for a protagonist to use, but it is great for a side character to stall for time while a real hero shows up. Stalling for time while the real main character shows up is actually so common in anime that the One Punch Man video game made it a central mechanic for playing the main character. This doesn't seem like something someone who wants to be the star of the show would do. They would want to be flashy and make the finishing blow. When we go into the mansion basement, the hair on the Neo body is facing the wrong way. Things like these might seem insignificant, maybe an error at worst. You're thinking it's likely to just be a parody of Undertale, the same way something like Caddy and Braddy not being friends is. But to me, it seems like it's pointing towards this body being drawn as a sidekick for Mettaton's own superhero OC. That would even explain why we still have the Heart Attack, similar to Mettaton EX and Undertale, without it actually being drawn by the same person. The reason this character is such a parody of Neo, to the point where he even has powers for something unlike Mettaton to do, is because Mettaton didn't make it. This is a character that was made to complement Mettaton Neo in like a superhero to a sidekick way, as previously stated. Well, who is it then? I think our biggest hint is in the music, specifically the ghost fight motif featured in this song. If we compare what's used in Big Shot to Undertale's OST, we find out that it's from the song Dummy, which is against Mad Dummy, from now on referred to as Maddie since she's got the whole Catgirl thing going. This isn't enough. It could just be that it's this version of the motif is the one that fits the song the best. But I'll have to point out here that the motif plays exactly 3 times throughout the song. Once in the middle, and twice at the end. Maddie is known for saying things 3 times in a row, to the point where it's embedded right into the song Dummy itself too. Yeah, I think it's Maddie, yet to be Catgirl, who drew the body. She still lives with Mettaton and Deltarune, so it's obvious that they're still pretty close in this world. Making a character to go with a friend's character is normal. If you don't agree yet, let me remind you about elemental pairs. Spamton does not deal elemental damage in a fight before the Sneo fight, and the elemental damage type in that fight is Puppet/Cat. While it's true that Spamton Neo is only the puppet element and loosely sharing elemental types isn't uncommon in video games, how do you even come up with a combination of puppet-cat in the first place? If the puppet in question were related to cats in some way already, then it would make much more sense in how Toby arrived at that idea. What about being this Lightner's dream? Doesn't that contradict wanting to be a Catgirl? Well, we don't know when the body was drawn. It seems kind of cringe and has huge wings, so it's probably from the era when Azrael was still in high school. Maddie doesn't realize they want to be a Catgirl until after seeing the Mad Mew Mew body after all. If she does already know at this point, there's a whole EX form we never got to see, maybe an ultimate mode with cat ears or something. I will concede that it's possible that Mettaton drew this for Maddie. Maybe the parody of Undertale here is that they're closer to Maddie than Napstabloop this time. But I feel like Mettaton would have a greater presence if that were the case. What about Mike being confirmed as a cat? Well, we don't know if Friend is the same person as Mike. Second, I feel like if Mike was going to make Spamton cat-like, it would be all the time, not just during the Sneo fight. Third, I can easily twist this to support my point. Maybe Friend is showing up there because they feel more comfortable in an area that already has a cat-related being. Like a giant robot drawn by a Catgirl or something task manager proximity. Or maybe Toby thought that the Sneo body being created by Maddie was so obvious that putting the Cheshire Cat character in the same area would help people realize that it's not just a creepy smile. I really don't like working with a super unknown character like this, though. Still don't believe me. Guess you leave me no choice. Sorry, but I'm going all out. Just this once. The slide whistle. If you have a full inventory of armors and weapons after fighting Schneel, you can't pick it up, causing Spamton to slide whistle away. In this very scene, we can even see Spamton repeating Chris's name 3 times. To recap, Mettaton does not have a motif in the song. Schneel's ultimate power amounts to stalling. Maddie's version of the motif used in Big Shot plays exactly 3 times. If Mike is Image Friend, they both have a strong relation to cats. And they even share a talking point. I don't see how it could be pointing towards anyone else. Hey, thanks for watching this theory video to the end. I know it's a short one, that's just because it's rather simple. The next one won't be, if I even get it out. Honestly, this video was partially made just so I could maybe build up some credibility, so when I do make my 19-hour long video essay that will presumably double in size after Deltarune's release, and it talks about how Chris turning blue is because they're equivalent to the Patient Soul from Undertale and the Red Soul being the narrator and Frisk from the doomed future of Deltarune, people believe me. Or the chapters 3 and 4 release make it so obvious that I don't have to prove either of those, not that I expect that kind of reveal to happen before chapter 6. Oh, also, I made a guide for new people to get into the series, because there's a lot that happens between releases at this point. I don't want anyone to miss out on all the fun we got to have, getting to watch all these anniversary events and speculating on potential future chapters, with the Spamton sweepstakes and stuff. Getting into Deltarune, a guided experience, is almost the title. It's in the description below, and it has the sections clearly labeled, so even experienced players can still skim through it to make sure they didn't miss anything. You should send it to your grandma! Grandmas love Undertale. Anyways, hit the algorithm buttons. See ya.